Hampas Palayok. Hampas Palayok is a game that is usually present in festivals or birthday parties, especially for children. This game is derived from the Spanish game called Piñata, and it was played during the festivals that Spanish people used to attract native Filipinos to convert to their religion, Catholicism. However, Filipinos are smart and did not use the same materials because Mexican paper piñata was expensive at those times. They chose to use clay pots, which is way cheaper and much more accessible compared to what the Spaniards use. The goal of the players is simple. They have one attempt to hit and break the pot with a stick, usually made from bamboo wood but can be anything capable of breaking the pot, and they are 3 meters away from it. But aside from this, they are also blindfolded and needed to spin around for a few times, usually 5 to 10 times, just to disorient them and break their concentration. On top of this, since they are blindfolded, other players on the line will also try to mislead the player by giving wrong information as to where he or she needs to go and whether or not he goes for the hit. If the players succeed, whatever's inside the pot will be for everyone to take, but the winner will get their own prize, usually a cash prize. If they fail to hit or they lack the strength to break it after hitting, the others on the line will have their attempt to break the pot instead. To understand it further, here is a demonstration of how to play the game.
Five lang.
Snake and ladder are popular childhood game here in the Philippines. It is fun to play because you and your opponent aims to reach the last board number to win the game. This game uses fixed design board with snakes and ladders and 2 dices. This game is categorized as a game of chance, since you are not sure on who will be the first person to reach the last board number. This game was first found and played in India. This was first known as Moksha Patamu and was invented by Hindu spiritual teachers. This game was called Lila, that is connected to the Hinduism consciousness. The snake means the bad deeds, while the last number, which is the 100 in the board, represents the salvation the players needs to reach. The newer version was introduced by John Jacques, then Milton Bradley named it Snake and Ladder. Since we were assigned to make our own mechanics of the game chosen, this will be my mechanics for Snake and Ladder. To start a game, prepare a Snake and Ladder board and a 1 dice only. To know the arrangement of players to play, they will throw the dice and the one who got the highest number will be the first to throw the dice. The one who will get 1 or 2 score in thrown dice will be dared by other players for the game to have thrill. The one who will put his or her pamato in a ladder will rise up, while if it is put in the snake, they will go down. For the end of the game, the one who will be left behind will follow each other player's consequence. We'll demo on how to play the Snake and Ladder board game. First, ready your Snake and Ladder board game, katulad nito. And next, ready your dice. Next, ready your mga pamato. You see, 4 na pamato yung nandyan kasi pwede siya laruin ang 4 na players. So, since I don't have anyone to play with to demo this game, let's assume that I have an opponent na lang. So, she will roll the dice and she got 6. Then, it's my turn, so I will roll the dice too. Then I got 4. So, his score is higher than me. So, she will be the one to first to roll the dice to start the game. So, she will roll the dice again. Then, she got 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yung dice niya natapat sa may ladder. So, mag-rise up siya hanggang number 14. Kasi hanggang dun nag-end yung ladder. Tapos ako naman, magra-roll naman ako ng dice. So I got 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3. So if my dice went to number 16 of the board, I will go back down here in number 5 kasi may snake po doon. Then if I got score of 2 in the dice, I will take a dare from my opponent because it is said on my own mechanics. So let's assume that this will be the score. She got here in 100 number, the last number of the board, and I am here at the 85th number. So she wins because she's the first to reach the last number of the board, which is the goal to win this game. So she wins the game and I will take a dare or consequence from my opponent. Thank you.
Bingo is a popular game that can be played for cash and prizes. Bingo games are won when the player matches numbers on their card with ones randomly drawn by a caller. The first person to complete a pattern yells bingo. Their numbers are checked and a prize or cash is awarded. The game's history can be traced back to 1530 to an Italian lottery called L'Ogiaco del Lotto d'Italia, which is still played every Saturday in Italy. From Italy, the game was introduced to France in the late 1770s, where it was called the Lotto, a game played among wealthy Frenchmen. When the game reached North America in 1929, it became known as Beano. It was first played at a carnival near Atlanta, Georgia. New York toy salesman Edwin S. Lowe named it Bingo after he overheard someone accidentally yell bingo instead of Beano. The game of bingo in the Philippines was introduced and spread by Christian missionaries and churches. Bingo were often played in ferias held during fiestas held in the barrios. In modern-day Philippines, bingo is usually used for charity purposes and a fundraising tool by religious organizations and other groups. For the mechanics, first, give each player 5 scorecards. Then, choose a player to be the caller. Give each player a pile of bingo chips. Then, have the caller read out a letter-number combination. Place a chip in your scorecard if you have that letter and number combination. Continue playing until someone gets 5 chips in a row on their scorecard. Shout bingo if you get 5 squares in a row, 5 numbers in a vertical, horizontal, or diagonal row on one of their cards. Then lastly, have everyone clear the scorecards after someone wins.
Para makapaglaro ng bingo, kailangan natin ng bingo shaker na siya naglalaman ng letter at number combinations. Sunod ay ang mga scoreboards at ang mga pamato na ilalagay para markahan ang mga nabanggit na letter number combinations. Una, bawat player ay magkakaroon ng tigli 5 scoreboards. Isa sa mga player ang magbabanggit ng letter number combinations. Example. Sa letrang I, 19. So, hahanapin ng mga players kung meron silang I, 19. Sunod, mag-calculate ang color. Sa letrang O, 65. Maganda kung mabilis makakapaghanap ang mga players para mabilis din maka-progress ang game. Sa letrang N, 39. May mga pagkakataon na nabanggit na letter number combinations ay wala sa iyong scoreboard. Kaya, kailangan ulit maghintay sa susunod na roll call. Para manalo ang isang player, kailangan ng 5 straight squares na vertical, horizontal, o diagonal. Para makonfirm ang pagkapanalo ng isang player, ay kailangan tawagin ng caller. Pag na-confirm na ng caller na tama ang kanyang 5 squares bingo, tsaka niya lang marireceive ang prize. Pero, kung wala pa rin sa mga players na nag-bingo, ay magro-roll call ulit ng combinations ang caller o kaya uulit mo yung game. pang paraan para makapaglaro ng bingo ay ang blackout. Sa blackout, ay imbis na 5 straight squares, dito naman, lahat ng squares ay filapan. Pag nagkaroon na ng winner, ay magre-reset muli ang game at imimix ulit ang letter number combinations.